Welcome to lesson 6.5. We are going to solve square roots and other radical equations. The key to solving when you've got a square root or a cube root or anything with a fractional exponent is to try and get this radical by itself. We can't do anything with it until this term or this portion is isolated in my equation. So I want to isolate the radical. In order to do that, the first thing, I'm going to subtract the 2 from both sides. That gives me 5 square roots of x is equal to 10. Then I can divide by the 5. It's 5 times square root of x, so I can divide both sides. This gives me the square root of x is equal to 2. Only now can I get rid of the square root. I'm going to square each side. By doing that, I'm squaring the square root, which makes them cancel, leaving x alone. And if you square one side, you do it to the other, giving me x equal to 4. All right, let's try it one more time. This time I have a cube root, and my steps are going to be similar. I want to isolate the cube root. In this particular problem, the 2x minus 4 is all underneath the radical sign. There's nothing else on that side of the equation, so the cube root is all by itself. It's already isolated. I can go right now to the next step. To get rid of a cube root, I'm going to cube both sides. By doing that, the cube cancels out the cube root, giving me 2x minus 4 equals negative 2 cubed. And negative 2 cubed is negative 8. Now I can solve my equation. Add 4 to both sides. 2x is equal to negative 4 and divide by 2. So x is negative 2. All right, let's look at the next problem. Working with a fractional exponent is similar to working with a cube root. You want to isolate the exponent. In this case, it's already isolated, so I can go right on to step 2. I'm going to multiply the exponent by the reciprocal. Reciprocal of the exponent. By doing that, I take 1/3 times 3 over 1. The 3's cancel, leaving me this as x minus 2 to the first power. If you raise something on the right-hand side to the third power, you do the same thing on the left-hand side. So x minus 2 equals 5 cubed, which is 125. Add 2 to both sides, and your final answer is 127. All right, do the same process now with number 4. I want you to isolate the fractional exponent, and then do the reciprocal of the exponent to solve the problem. Push pause while you do your work, and then check your answer. This is what my problem looks like worked out. In the green, I isolated the exponent. And then in the blue, the power was 3/4, so I multiplied by the reciprocal, 4/3. The 4's canceled, the 3's canceled, taking care of the exponent. 8 to the 4/3, I type it in the calculator, it comes up with 16. As long as it's a whole number, you can just use your calculator. If it ever comes out as a decimal, then we need to rewrite it as a radical and simplify. Here's problem number 5. Go ahead and give this one a try. Push pause, and then when you're done, resume play and check your answer. This is what my problem looks like worked out. In the green, I isolated the exponent. I added 5 and divided by 4. I then took everything to the power of 2/3 because it was a 3/2. The 2's canceled, the 3's canceled, leaving me with x. 27 to the 2/3 is equal to 9. I typed it in the calculator, it was a whole number, so I could stop. One more problem. Go ahead and do number 6. Push pause, and when you're finished with the work, resume play to check your answer. This is my work to number 6. I isolated the exponent, which is already isolated, so I skipped to step 2. I took the reciprocal of the exponent. From 1/3, I did 3/1. The 3's canceled, leaving me with just 2x plus 1, and 1 cubed is 1. And then I solved. Subtracted 1 from both sides, divided by 2, and my answer was x equals 0. And this concludes the first portion of lesson 6.5.